Welcome to Build the Weight Loss Practice of Your Dreams. If you have questions about how to build your weight loss business, Carol Clark has answers. Join her each week as she and her expert guests share actionable steps to better outcomes for your clients and more revenue and referrals for you. It's time to experience your ultimate success and enjoy what you do each and every day.
Hi everybody, it's Carol Clark, your bariatric business coach, and today I want to share with you the 5 biggest marketing mistakes that physicians make. And you may think, well, are physicians really doing their own marketing? Well, a lot of them are, and a lot of people want to be doing their own marketing because it's much more cost effective and actually a better message to deliver. But what are those mistakes that physicians make typically? And I may appear as if I'm picking on physicians. I'm not really. I just want to share that this is something that commonly happens in medical and surgical practices. The first mistake is that the wrong message is shared. So it may be, usually the problem is it's too broad. So for example, I work with weight loss surgeons and bariatric physicians and primary care docs who want to add weight loss to their practice. And oftentimes the message is just anyone who wants to lose weight. It's like you serve the entire population versus focusing in on a specific part of that population, whether it's postpartum mothers, whether it's obviously the morbidly obese for those bariatric surgeons that are out there, but even more specific than that, getting down to the minutiae such as their diabetes and how that affects their life, their hypertension, their inability to go do the normal things that people can enjoy with their families or going to an amusement park, tying their shoes, getting to the mailbox and back. Those are the things that you have to target. And if you can take even just for simplicity, a specific diagnosis and market to people who are suffering from that diagnosis, you're going to have much more success than just marketing to everybody out there who may want to lose weight, because they're not really sure if you're talking specifically to them. If you get very specific, then people understand that, and it really makes them pay attention to what it is that you're sharing. So that first problem is really the wrong message or having too broad of a message. After that, oftentimes there's the wrong focus. So when people are doing marketing, it's a lot of times I need to differentiate myself from my competition, which is great down the road, but initially you need to start to draw those patients in that you want to serve, and you want to build somewhat of a relationship with them. So you don't want to talk about yourself, I'm the most experienced, which is important. I have the nicest office, I have the greatest staff. Those are all really important things, but a lot of times you'll just hear, I'm a part of a center of excellence, I have done this number of cases, it's all this stuff about me, and you don't want to be selling. You want to be selling the shade, not the tree, so to speak. So what you want to be sharing in your message is not so much about you at this point. What you want to be sharing about is how you can help them solve the problem that they're experiencing and help them really feel better and live a more fulfilled life. You want to focus on that versus focusing on all on me. So when you go by those billboards and it's like, we're the best, we're number one, we serve the most people, we're the most convenient location. That's all fine and good, but that's not necessarily going to draw in the patient as much as if you were messaging to them about what it would feel like if they didn't have to take diabetic medications anymore, what it would feel like if they could actually not have to take their antihypertensive medications, what it would feel like if they could get down on the ground with their grandchildren. Those are the things that make people go, yeah, I really want that. So the wrong message, what we said was too general, or the wrong focus, meaning that you're focused on yourself instead of them and what their problems are. And the third biggest marketing mistake is really leaving it up to someone else. And I know physicians are busy. I understand that completely. I'm married to a surgeon, and I know that you guys don't have the time to sit down and really get too involved in your marketing, but it is something that you need to be involved with because it's representing you to the clients that you want to attract. And so what happens is if you always just delegate it to the latest person who came in and said they can sell you a great pay-per-click campaign, or they can rebuild your website, or they have all these bright shiny object things that sound awesome, that's great, but they don't really know your patients and who you want to attract as well as you do. And so even if you just share that, you have to really be involved at least at the get-go and then throughout to make sure that the message that's getting out there is really what you want as a message out there. So leaving it all up to someone else sounds really nice and simple and easy, But in the long run, you're doing yourself a disservice by just leaving it up to someone else. You can tell your story the best. You can tell patients why it is it's important that they choose you as their physician. And so being a part of that, or at least a part of that process, is really, really critical. And that's number 3. The 4th thing is really ignoring some of the internal resources that you have. I know I've worked with practices before where actually they can bring most all their marketing in-house and do it, kind of a do-it-yourself sort of a thing. It's easier now than it ever has been. I've got some free resources on weightlosspracticebuilder.com with easy graphic builders, how to do all of it. There's so many things out there that you can use. It makes it so simple for practices to do, and you can then customize your messages. The simple thing is to just know what you want to have as your message, where you want to put that message out there, whether it's Facebook or other mediums, that sort of thing, or just on your Facebook page, that sort of thing, and creating your messages that resonate with what you represent. And it's also a great, easy way for your staff to learn a new skill, to be able to get testimonials on the fly as patients are in the office and super excited. They can get all that right there, right then and there, and you can use that as some marketing. It's as simple as getting some of that set up and then setting up a really simple editorial calendar so that your staff knows what to post and when. You've got some people in your office I know are great at graphics or could be great at graphics, because I mean, I'm a clinician and I create graphics all the time because the tools out there are so simple and easy to use. And like I say, I've got other podcasts on the tools and that sort of thing, but it's so easy to do that with Canva or Stencil or even just Publisher. There's so many easy ways to get your graphics together and put them out there. So don't ignore those people in your practice. I mean, we can help train people. We do that, and sometimes it's just a matter of helping them get the skill so that they can learn how to do your own posts, because you want to have control over that. So that's usually mistake number 4. And the 5th one, which tends to always amaze me, I'm a huge numbers girl, as I'm telling you all the time, but people don't measure their return on investment. They sort of agree to a monthly program with a company, and they just assume, they're told initially, you're always told it's going to take about 90 days to get some traction and to get some results. And 90 days often comes and goes, and you're spending thousands of dollars with someone, and you're not even sure if you have a good return on investment. What is a good return on investment? Well, I like to have at least a 3-to-1 return on investment for every dollar I'm investing. And that's really important, but making sure that you're measuring your results. And it doesn't just matter how many impressions you get or how many click-throughs you get. That's all great stuff as you set up your funnel. But what really matters is, did you have a new patient come through the door? Did you have another surgery on the books? Did you have a new patient referral program that went off the charts because you marketed it properly? Those are the things that really matter. So those are the top 5 things that I see as an issue, and those are the things that you should concentrate on. So the wrong message we talked about, the wrong focus in terms of focus on yourself versus your ideal client that you want to attract, leaving it all up to someone else and kind of just pushing that off to the side, not using your internal resources, and then not measuring your results. So those are all pretty simple things to fix. And if you want to just hop on a quick call, I'd be happy to even just chat through that with you. It's Carol, Karol, at weightlosspracticebuilder.com. So Carol at weightlosspracticebuilder.com is something that I love doing. And in the meantime, I hope you can take this information and apply it into your practice so that you can see better results and not get so bogged down with just the bright, shiny things out there, or just assuming somebody else is going to be able to represent you as well as you can represent yourself or plan. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for listening. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. And there's more coming, so have a great day and take care. Once again, Carol at weightlosspracticebuilder.com. Talk to you soon. Thanks.
That's all for this episode of Build the Weight Loss Practice of Your Dreams. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and visit weightlosspracticebuilder.com to stay up to date on more ways to build a successful practice that you love with results, revenue, and referrals. We look forward to having you join us next time.